Hello, what is up ladies and gentlemen, it is I am the one and only Piglet here from the likes of the Maxi Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the extra video for Sonic Advance 2. There are tons of unlockables you can get throughout the whole game, and as the forms of, first of all, we'll show off the Tiny Chow Garden, which is the returning mode ever since in Sonic Advance. Although, you do need to unlock this particular Tiny Chow Garden this time around because compared to Sonic Advance 1, had it right from the start. Well, in order to be able to unlock this particular Tiny Chow Garden, you have to collect the first set amount of Chaos Emeralds. It doesn't matter what characters you're going to be able to do that. And the Tiny Chow Garden plays exactly like how it did in Sonic Advance 1. You're still able to actually buy some items here and there, and also just gather some more rings here and there, naming your Chow, collect most of the status, and you get the idea. It's pretty much the exact same thing as Advance 1. The only major difference this time around though is the fact that this particular minigame is only exclusive to Sonic Advance 2. Then in here you have to able to actually just to guide Cream to able to actually just use the trampoline for, and also just trying to be able to, well, collect all the rings with Cheese the Chow. Even though the game will end until when Cheese the Chow managed to land on the ground 3 times. So, when you collect all those rings, you're able to actually move on to the next set of rings. It does remind me of though one of the mini games from the likes of Earthworm Jim 2. Like, you know, you have to use the marshmallow in order to able to actually just to carefully bounce the actual puppies back into the right side of the screen. Yeah, it does remind me of that. And obviously they've managed to able to actually replace the previous minigame, which is the rock, paper, scissors kind of game into this instead, so... Chow abuse! Call the police! Anyway, and the next minigame is pretty much exactly the same as Sonic Advance 1, so at least even then though, that has not changed, so yeah. After when you got your second set of Chaos Emeralds, you unlock the sound test. Yes, you do need to unlock the sound test in this game because compared to Sonic Advance 1, had it right from the get-go. During the options menu, you can still able to actually change the difficulty level setting, because if you think that normal was a bit too much for you, then you can set it on easy mode, and you can also just set the language to multiple languages, as well as the forms of the time-up system as well. So yeah, the sound test menu, it plays exactly like how it did in Sonic Advance 1, except the fact that, well, as you can see, Amy's been replaced by Cream the Rabbit, which, as you can see, she's having a good time playing the tambourine after all. Even then, though, as far as you can clearly tell, is the fact that, it only plays out the Sonic Advance 2 selections of music, as you can tell. I mean, there was no, classical tunes, to show off this time around, but you know. Getting your third set of Chaos Emeralds, well, that gives you bosses in the time attack. Alright. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, as soon as when you collect all the Chaos Emeralds with every single character in the game, then you will finally unlock Amy Rose. Where, mind to remind you, when you're able to actually get her right from the get-go when Sonic Advance started up. Oh man. So anyways, how it works for Amy Rose in Sonic Advance 2. Although, it's kind of weird about the fact that it might be a little bit of a tedious slog when if you're trying to able to unlock her, that, you know, it's kind of worth it at the end, in my honest opinion. So yeah, this is her up animation. She was yawning at first, and then she was usually jumped for joy. So yeah, how it works for Amy Rose is the fact that you know it's different from the likes of Sonic Advance 1 is the fact that she can now able to actually play just like how Sonic does now. Like, she can able to now jump onto enemies like Sonic, and also she able to now utilize her spin dash. And she can still able to use her hammer to able to deal with sometimes enemies and sometimes some useful stuff in here and there. But at least even then though, because of how the fact that, well, usually relatively speaking, it wasn't until when, well, Sonic Advance 3 came around that, well, again, we'll talk more about that until next year, but you know. So you get the idea about how the fact that how Amy Rose plays out in this game. I know most people seem to able to actually just didn't seem to able to actually do this kind of stuff though, because again, in order to able to unlock her, well, you have to collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds with each and every single character in the game. And also that makes a grand total of 28 Chaos Emeralds if you do like 4 playthroughs of the game. That seems quite a lot. But anyway though, one thing I should probably mention is that, as I mentioned this before ever since the very beginning of this Let's Play in particular, there is only one particular water section which appears to be on this stage in particular, whilst usually in Sonic Advance 1 does manage to have themselves the water section during an Ice Mountain Zone, but that's pretty much how this goes. And we'll show off her in the actual stages, as you can see right there. Well, only one stage in particular, plus the actual ending, and of course the special stage, as you can tell. And because what makes this kind of interesting with the special stage as Amy, that you can able to reunite with Zero the Robot ever since in Sonic Adventure. Except the fact that she no longer has to look after the birdie or all that stuff though. Or in this case, the bird. Oh wait, that was E102 Gamma. So yeah, not much else we can say in terms of the forms of the extra stuff. I would like to appreciate it if I was able to show you guys some multiplayer elements here and there. But unfortunately though, I still have not gotten actually access to the Game Boy Advance cable link or anything like that. But overall though, it might actually play out exactly like Sonic Advance 1 does, except the fact that, well, you now managed to have yourselves 5 playable characters, which is kind of awesome actually. So you know, you get the idea about how this goes basically. So yeah, not much else I can talk about this, apart from the fact that with all these tons of unlockables you can get, I know it's just such a hassle just trying to able to actually just get these special stages, as well as the Chaos Emeralds with each and every single character in the game, but usually that's how it goes basically. And that's as far as I can say in terms of Sonic Advance 2. As I said this before, since in the previous parts, you should definitely recommend getting this game, especially noticeable if you're a hardcore Sonic fan, but just be sure to be careful not to get yourselves the fake cartridge version, because that's what fake Game Boy Advance games seem to able to sell out nowadays. And also to top it off, wish you luck for trying to get the Chaos Emeralds in this game, because let me tell you, it is a tedious slog. But that's the only thing I must confess by that point. And as well as some tons of bottomless pits in the later zones, specifically in Sky Canyon. But overall, you can definitely recommend this title itself. So, I think that's seemingly to say we got the, well, that's pretty much how we can say in terms of Sonic Advance 2. Hope you guys do enjoyed this particular Let's Play of Sonic Advance 2. It's been a lot of fun, and I have some pretty good time editing kinds of stuff though. But yeah, that's as far as I can say about, you know, everything else in this game. And that's pretty much how it usually goes for Amy Rose. Even though, as you can tell, I did manage to cut this off screen and just go to the ending, because usually, relatively speaking, I didn't bother able to collect all the Chaos Emeralds with her. The only thing is major difference between the forms of the 100% true ending compared to the normal endings, that the background itself actually changed, as you can see on screen here. So yeah, as far as I can say. So this is me, Piglet, from the likes of the Maxi Toys. Up next is gonna be Sonic Advance 3. So I'll see you guys soon enough. Bye.